Hi, welcome to another episode of Unraveling the Knots, the podcast where we untangle more than just hair. Here, we explore the textured layers of care culture and connection that live within every curl and strand. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I'm Ganiyat Salami, a project manager by day, beautypreneur, and passionate solution provider for all things natural hair. I'm especially excited about today's episode because we have someone who brings a refreshing and real perspective to the world of beauty and identity. We talk a lot about hair on this podcast, but what happens when your hair becomes part of your brand? When it's not just personal, but also public? Today's guest knows exactly what that feels like. She's a model, a creative, and someone who's in the media space. Whether you're in the spotlight or behind the scenes, navigating your natural hair journey in any space can sometimes come with expectations, assumptions, or even pressure. In this episode, we are discussing beauty standards, representation, and misconceptions that come with certain textures. Hi, Alaina. It's nice to have you with us.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for asking me to be a part of this.
I'm excited to have you here. And by the way, I hope you are ready. Are you ready for us today?
I'm more than ready. I'm pumped. I've been preparing and I have my hair done just for this.
I trust. Let's go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Please introduce yourself to our listeners. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Awesome sauce. Hi, guys. My name is Alaina Miller. You can follow me on Instagram at justalaina__. That's ALAINA. And I am a professional model, actress, influencer, creative. I do all the things except for flying planes. Unfortunately, can't do that yet. So I have been modeling for, I want to say 11 years now. What? I just started videography. Yeah, I started when I was 14. 24 now.
I did not know that. Okay, so you've been in this game for a minute.
Yeah, so we're a good long while. And I'm so glad I started early because I bypassed a lot of foolishness.
Good for you.
Especially for the health of my hair in particular. So I am a natural hair model. I refuse to straighten my hair or put any type of heat on it for the name of fashion shows and brands and these things. I refuse to do it because at the end of the day, I have to live with my hair. And if I'm not happy about what I see in the mirror, it's because of me. I can control if I put hair or if I put heat on my hair or not. So, yep, that's a little bit about me in a nutshell. I'm a natural hair model.
Wow. So I have to say, if you are not aware, FYI, Alaina was the first model for Aidara, which is our hair care brand. Babe brought it and she did an amazing job. And in terms of, mine was even her modeling profession. Alaina is just a breath of fresh air. I remember meeting her when we were planning, right, for the first shoot where you're supposed to wash your hair with a shampoo bar. And my sister was also on the set. I didn't know what to expect when we were waiting for her, but then when she arrived, oh my God, I think I was just blown away by your love and embracement of who you are. You have this presence and this authenticity that is just admirable to observe. I just have to say, like, and I remember like while we're there and we're thinking about getting it together, because I have to confess, that was like my first video shoot that I was trying to plan. Alaina was like giving us ideas. So man, this babe is a beautiful, creative, everything packed together, XSXS, dot, dot, dot. I don't even know what to say anymore, but she's phenomenal. Yes.
Thank you. That means a lot. You have no idea. I've come a long way.
Yes, wonderful. So I'm very curious about your hair story. Can you talk us through memory lane and share your hair journey? What's the earliest memory of your hair? What was growing up like with your hair texture?
Okay. The earliest memory of my hair. Well, it was definitely a beautiful journey. So I want to say I've always been natural my entire life. I've never had a perm, but I did have my hair bleached before. I was blonde. I had blonde eyebrows and blonde hair. It was a whole lot of fun, but it fried and dyed my hair. So we're not gonna do that ever again. But
Hold on. Can I just
the earliest
what triggered the bleach phase? I just want to know if you don't mind sharing. If you don't mind sharing.
I don't mind sharing at all. It was for a hair show. And I was 15 and I always wanted to dye my hair. We tried the semi-permanent dye, but my hair is so thick and so dark that of course it didn't stay. And so I jumped at the thought of getting my hair dyed. I had no idea they were going to bleach it. So I got there, they started putting bleach on my hair, and I looked back in the mirror and I was bleached blonde, not like white. It was like golden, brown, yellow, and the eyebrows too. And my favorite part of this is when I went to school after that, I saw my friends. They were walking towards me. I walked towards them and they walked straight past me. And I said, excuse me. And they were like, best thing ever. Oh, best thing ever.
That is insane.
Insane.
And then you said that you never relaxed your hair.
No, never.
Even as a kid, was it that your parents just didn't see the value in, putting perm in your hair? Was it something that you didn't see within your family, or what was the reason why you never permed hair? Because I've hardly seen any Black person that hasn't put perm on their hair.
Mm-hmm. So my mom, she did use perm. My older sister, she did use perm, but I don't know why. I think they just saw our hair and saw how healthy it was, and they were just like, nah, just let it grow. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We always have me and my sister. I'm saying we because I have a twin sister. So we always got a hair.
What? Mommy, you have a twin sister. Are you guys identical?
Kind of, sort of. Yes. So the egg split, the doctor said. So we're technically biologically identical, but I don't think we look that much alike. I think we're both cute, but yeah, no, I don't think we're that identical. But when people see us together, they're like, "Oh no, y'all are twins," and I'm like, "No." So yes, I have a twin.
Oh, that is wonderful. So you guys have the same hair type, or
not at all?
Friends? No. Oh wow. Okay.
Not even close. So my hair is very thick and coily. So on the scale, I would say her hair is maybe like 3A, 3B, where mine is 3C, 4A. So it was always pretty easy for her to get her hair done. From what I saw, it went past really fast because they could wet her hair and just brush it back. But for me, it was like, no, we got to get the conditioner, the pomade, the jam, all the things, and slick my hair back because it's so much thicker than hers.
Yeah.
But I always loved both of our hair textures. It was never like, oh, I wish I had hair like my sister. It was like, no, her hair is really pretty, and mine is too.
Oh, that's just amazing. So my goodness, your childhood, your hair journey it just seemed like it was beautiful. You had your mom and your older sister that were very supportive and were like, actually, you know what, let's let Alaina and her twins flourish. And then you also had a twin sister. You guys were just, enjoying that whole natural vibe with your hair.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. It was a blast. Now, hair day was a long process. My mom would always call over my godmom to help because there's two of us. So my godmom would do my sister's hair, and then my mom would do my hair, and then they would switch every now and then. So it was always a process, but that's something something I'll cherish and remember because I never had to go to school feeling like my hair wasn't done, feeling like I wasn't beautiful or I wasn't taken care of with my hair.
Yeah.
I always felt like a pretty princess. So that is something I will always appreciate because they poured that time into it.
Oh, that is just wonderful. And I'm saying this because I think you're the first guest that I brought in this show that has a lot of wonderful things to say about our hair from childhood. Most of us, most of the previous people on the show, and even myself, our experiences were not great as kids. And it took,
Mm-hmm.
I would say, like more like within a decade, a lot of us are actually just learning to love our hair. And I guess it's probably a generational thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
No, that's
It is.
yeah, you're like inspiring me right now. I also wanted to understand. So I believe, based on what you've said, your natural hair experience, it seems like it was a love story from the start, right? Versus
Mm-hmm.
being a journey that you're learning to love it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you comment more? I know you already talked about the fact that you love your hair, you see yourself as a princess, but is there anything else you'd like to share in terms of how you perceive your relationship with your hair growing up from the get go to be a love story?
Yes. Yes. So, my relationship with my hair, it wasn't always wonderful and beautiful just because my mom did my hair for a long time. And then she's like, okay, time for you guys to learn how to do your hair. And I was like, wait, I don't know how to do anything. So there was a lot of trial and error. But even through that process, it was fun because I got to experiment with so many different hairstyles and products to see what worked and what didn't work and what styles looked best for my face shape and my cheekbones and all the things. But it was a little tough because at that time period, there wasn't a lot of information on styling for little Black girls' hair. A
Mm.
lot of the books that I had, it had little white girls, and they were cute, and they had like the nice ponytails, and they had bangs, and it's like, I can't do bangs. If I cut my hair, it's gonna go past my eyebrows and look crazy. So there wasn't a lot of information, but still, it was a fun journey more often than not because I got to try new things and figure out what worked and what didn't work. It was a learning process. So I wasn't afraid of making mistakes with my hair. It was like, it's hair, it'll grow back. Let's do this.
When you say it's
And
it will grow back, why do I feel like you probably like cut your hair a few times randomly?
not really, no. My mom, she always, because my sister's hair is like finer, so her hair was longer than mine. So I always wanted my hair to be super long when I was younger. I thought it was beautiful, but I thought health equaled hair being long. But if your hair is healthy, your hair is healthy. So I want to say when I turned maybe 17, it was like, it's just going to do what it needs to do. I never cut it, but I was always very scissor happy with my fro. So if the afro wasn't perfectly round, I just snip, 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 and no one would know.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't have a problem with cutting it at all. And also, there was a period of time where my hair, I never wore it out curly. So
Mm.
when I was younger, I would always wear it in braids and twists and with the beads and in styles. But I had no idea that my hair was curly until I turned like 14 years old. And my mom was like, hey, yeah, no, y'all get to try. And that's when the natural hair movement started. And I was like, wait, is my hair curly? I wore it out one day to school and they called me all different types of names like poodle and
Oh.
bushweed, all these things. It was hard.
Mm.
But I had my big sister and she was like, ma'am, you look gorgeous. Please, I'm wearing my hair natural too. And I was like, if my sister can do it, I could do it too. So I wore it out one day and I got picked on for it. And then I wore it out the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And then as time moved on, more people started complimenting my hair and say, I'm going to wear my hair like that. And I saw more girls wear the hair out of box braids, no longer straight, no longer funky colors, just curly, just a bush, a beautiful curly butch. And I was like, you know who did that?
Alaina. Oh my God, that is so amazing. I mean, I I I find it remarkable that you decided to basically embrace your natural hair. You went to school, you showcased your hair, and it wasn't necessarily easy, right? People, when they're not familiar with certain things or that's not the norm, they could come across as harsh. But it's, I guess, the best revenge is that eventually you became a role model slash an icon, and people actually started embracing themselves for that. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It is amazing. It is. I'm so grateful for the experience, honestly, because without like the heartache and just the bullying, I would not be the same person. I would not have the same type of patience and care for other people who are still like learning about themselves and figuring things out. So I will always say I'm lucky to have been bullied because it gives me a certain level of grace.
Yes. Yes, I completely agree. That's wonderful. Not the bullying, but you evolving to become a better person despite being bullied. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I already said this, but I'll say it again. Your curls are really beautiful. They are.
Thank you.
How has your hair shaped how people see or treat you, especially being a model?
A lot of times, or at least when I first became natural in my hair, I will always wear my hair out. I felt like I was a lion at a zoo being put on display. I always got the, hey, where'd you get your wig from? Tug, tug, it's growing out of my scalp. What wig? Yes, in the grocery stores, at wherever I went, it was always, oh my gosh, like, is that your real hair? Is that a wig? If it's a wig, where'd you get it from? Because I've been looking for a texture just like that. What? Well, I grew it out of, yeah, absolutely. It was really giving a zoo. It was giving zoo life 24/7. I had lots of people come in and touch my hair without asking me permission.
Oh Lord. Did you
Crazy stories.
consider like putting maybe like an accessory saying don't touch my hair? That would have it. Right?
I should. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, my relationship, it has definitely set me apart in the modeling industry because they don't care about your hair health, especially fashion shows. They're like, hey, we got to blow dry it, straighten it, get you in and out. And if they fry your hair off to the point where it catches fire just to get a look, then so be it, because that's what you came there for. And so when I come into the room with healthy long hair and a standard of you're not touching my hair unless I approve, it's like, oh, I see why your hair is like that. So it sets me apart because you don't see healthy hair like this very often. And also, people don't really realize how thick my hair is.
Your hair is thick. That's beautiful. I don't have an issue with thickness. I think thick, healthy hair is just amazing. And your hair is, oof, yes.
Yeah, so it definitely, I would say it puts me ahead in the modeling industry. And it puts me in a cage in public because I get all these random questions and finger pointings and touching. But I still love my hair. Like, it is what it is.
I was going to ask, you said that for some fashion show events, right? Your standard is that they cannot touch your hair without your permission. Has that ever ended up in a situation whereby you're like, okay, since you're not agreeing to do what your client wants, then we're not going to let you participate in the show. Has that ever happened before?
Never in my life, because I communicate. So I always communicate in advance. I always email, ask whoever's in charge about the look, tell them that I do not straighten my hair. I do not do blowouts. And if I do a blowout, I'm going to do my own blowout because I use heat protectant. I'm not rushing. I'm not trying to fry off my ends. So what I always do is I communicate ahead of time and communicate as effectively as I can. And I always let them know that I always let them know that if they aren't able to achieve the look that they want because my hair won't be straightened, then that's okay. That just means it's not meant for me because my hair health is more important than anything else. Like, this is what helps me get booked, and I'm not just gonna fry it for one show. It is what it is.
Talk about professionalism and authenticity. I mean, girl, mad respect, I have to say. So I also wanted to ask you, now you are a model, but I think some people might not know that you're a petite model, right?
Yes.
So you're a petite model with natural hair. Do you feel you've had to prove yourself more in castings and modeling gigs?
Yes, but not because of my hair. Because I am petite, absolutely. But my hair is honestly my superpower when I go to these auditions.
Wonderful.
It is without a doubt my superpower because, once again, you don't see many people with full afros that are actually theirs. They're actually theirs. Now it's a different story when we go behind the scenes, but it definitely is my superpower because they're like, what? And then the curls bounce and the fro's bouncing when I'm walking. So it's my greatest accessory when I go to these auditions and things.
Wow, that's beautiful. I'm glad to hear that because I think maybe I was expecting otherwise. But at the same time, the reality is that it seems, and correct me if I'm wrong, the beauty industry is more inclusive. It's more accepting of people eating to look their natural, like in their natural state, embrace their natural hair. And I think that's wonderful that that's seems to be the case now versus I would say maybe 15, 20 years ago. That wasn't necessarily the situation.
No, at all. I will say though, the one person who really poured into me about my hair was my dad. And it helped me in the industry because he was never like, "Oh, Alaina, your hair is beautiful." It's always been like a silent thing. So if my hair was not in an afro or not curly, he'd say, "What's going on with your hair? What are you doing? Like, what's happening?" But when it's an afro, he's like, "Okay, your outfit looks good." But other than that, if my hair is not out in an afro, it's what is going on? Like, why does it look like that? So if daddy says it looks good, then the industry can't tell me nothing.
Oh man. God bless your dad. God bless he was a king. He's a king, I guess, that raised a princess.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Man. Okay. Okay. I am kind of curious. Have you had moments on set where your hair became a point of tension or like a surprise? Maybe a client booked you and then realized, well, you don't fit what they assumed of you.
Absolutely. Respectfully, because I am like her, people often assume that my hair is like maybe like 2C, 3A, and they think they can just brush through my hair and put some water on it, and it'll be a process. But no, my hair can take hours. So there are a lot of situations where I would come with my hair blown out, ready for them to style it, and they go, "Oh, you have a lot of hair." You don't say. I tried to tell you that. I told you I could style it myself, but hey, you don't say.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I also wanted to, people usually assume because your hair, because you're lighter skin, right? They usually assume that your curls are looser. Have you ever noticed people treat you differently because of that?
Not necessarily. They do get a little frustrated that they haven't prepared accordingly after I tell them that my hair is thick, it's juicy, and it's long. So it may take a while. So they get frustrated at that fact, but they don't really treat me any differently just because I'm very proactive. There's no reason to treat me rudely or be cruel because I did everything I was supposed to do, and I'm still going to treat you like a human being at the end of the day. Now, if you start pulling on my hair, then we're going to have problems.
Have you ever had moments where you had to tell somebody, like, stop it too much? Like, stop tugging, stop pulling. And did it get to a point whereby there was a disagreement or misunderstanding, or as soon as you told them to take more caution, they just listened and adjusted?
Usually they just listen and adjust, but because my hair is so thick, I'm not tender-headed. I don't have time to be tender-headed if we're trying to get a look. It's just, you be gentle to my hair, start from the ends, work your way up, use lots of water, and we're good. As long as we get the look. I don't really have time to be tender-headed if we're going for a particular look. So I kind of just grin and bear it. And usually when I'm finished, I look amazing.
Wonderful. That's really cool. So then, what are some myths you've had to correct about your hair, especially its texture or length?
Ooh, good gracious. The length for sure. Because a lot of the times when I wear my hair out, it's usually in a twist out. Mm-hmm. So whenever I wear it natural, just a wash and go and I let it dry, it goes all the way up here.
Yeah.
And I get haircut allegations.
The power of shrinkage.
I love it. I love it. Because it's like, I've never had a pixie cut in my life, but all I have to do is spray some water on my hair. I am good. Love a good shrinkage.
Natural makeover, hair protection mechanism. Give it to shrinkage, man. All power to shrinkage. I have to say.
Yes, I love it. But myths that my hair is not as long as I actually say it is, that I haven't always been natural, that I have a weave, or that my hair is a wig. No, I love a good wig, but this is not a wig. Yeah. What are some other myths? That my hair is not thick. People think they can just run their fingers through my hair, and that's not the case. That is not the case. There was one lady, she was doing my hair and she thought it would only take an hour. I told her I had an event I had to go to afterwards. So it had to be quick. 1 hour turned into 2. 2 hours turned into 5. Ooh. Not finished yet. 5 hours turned into 8 because she thought my hair was not as thick as I said it would.
What hairstyle were you getting done that took 8 hours?
So the process was really strange. She straightened my hair on low heat. So it wasn't even straight. It was like, it looked like she did a blowout and then it got put into braids. It was very cute. Don't get me wrong. But the process could have been a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
If she just listened. That's all I need these hairstylists to do. Just listen. Listen to Linda. Please listen.
I feel your pain. I've talked to hairstylists. I don't go to salon more for now. I mean, actually, no. I would say I haven't been to hair salons in the US since October 2023 because whenever I go and I ask for a trim, I've always gotten haircuts. And I'm like,
oh my gosh.
So I did go to a hair salon earlier this year when I was in Nigeria. And while I was there, I was watching a lady like a hawk. Like, any wrong move, stop there. Don't. And I'm like, I don't want to go to a hair salon if I'm feeling paranoid. How does that make it? I want to feel relaxed. I want to basically just let my hair down, right? But I feel like going to salons, for me, it's a lot of stress. So I don't go anymore.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I haven't been to a hair salon in I want to say 8 years or longer.
Wow.
Yeah, I do my own hair.
Oh, I don't blame you. And that's why you have healthy, long, thick, amazing hair. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, um, I have friends who go to certain hairstylists and they listen, but it just seems like
Mhm.
the exception and not the norm. And I have to say, shout out.
Mhm.
There's this hairstylist. She's based in Philly. Her name is Natasha Somalia. I think I've mentioned her before on this podcast. She is wonderful. She trained a lot of people in the Philly area to become
Mhm.
hairstylists. And like these are legit amazing professional, like who making magic kind of hairstylist. And she's like the
Mhm.
queen of hair. And I remember I've had her do my hair twice. And every time I just feel this sense of ease. I'm not worried. She also kind of like taught me how to trim my own hair myself because she realized that I'd already been brainwashed into the notion that when you trim your hair, you have to like cut off a chunk. And she's like, no, you just need to like dust your ends. That's it. So
Mhm.
for people like her that are educating, women about how to take care of their hair, because man, if not for the fact that she's in Philly, I'll be going to Philly a lot. It is what it is. I'm glad right now. I'm caring for my hair. So it's wonderful when I see even you like 8 years. Ah, that's impressive.
Look, it has been a journey. I did not trim my hair at first. So a lot of it broke off, but then my twin sister, she taught me how to trim my hair and she would do it every now and then. So now I just dust the ends, like you say. If I see a little scraggly piece, I go,
Exactly. That's all your hair needs. It doesn't have to look like razor sharp or like blonde. Who came up with that rule to say if it's blonde, it's healthy? I don't know what people are talking about, but anywho, any.
yeah, I don't like it.
So we all know that maintaining long natural hair is not effortless. So please, can you tell us what's your day-to-day hair care routine like behind the scenes? Give us the real tea. Hmm?
Yeah. My day-to-day hairstyle, well, not hair care routine is absolutely nothing. You leave it alone. I am a fan of mini twists. I will wear them for months on end. And I will, so here's the process. So beginning of the month, I do my mini twists. Um, they look nice, they look beautiful. Yay, we're happy about that. As time goes on, I make sure I spray the ends, moisturize the ends. And if the front gets fuzzy or the back gets fuzzy and I want to wear it up in a ponytail, then I'll just redo the front, redo the back, but make sure to moisturize it periodically to make sure it's just not dry or breaking off. And also, I don't wear my hair out as often as people think. So when I say out, I mean even out like this. I wrap
Mhm.
my hair. I usually wear scarves around my
Really?
head. So, yeah, absolutely. I have orange ones, brown ones, red ones. I usually wear my hair wrapped. Because I had to do so for one of my jobs and it was just easier. And I was like, wait, did my hair just grow 2 inches? So I like the fact that my ends are being kept safe because for me, it's not just about hair health, at least not anymore. I love my hair being healthy, but I'm like, okay, I've gotten the knack at keeping my hair healthy. Now let's see if we can retain some length. And the best way to do that is by protecting your ends as much as possible, which is why I wrap it up and I just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Take your vitamins, especially iron, drink your water, and mind your
Preach.
business.
Preach.
Mhm.
You know what? You're the second person on my podcast that has confirmed the value or the benefits of wrapping your hair up and covering it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a hair coach also say that I believe it was her own hair coach that was mentioning this to her that she had long hair, but it wasn't going past a certain point. And then she noticed that her clients who were Muslims and wore the hijab, their ends looked amazing. So she decided to
Mhm.
start trying it and she was able to get over that hump of, our hair not growing past a certain length. So I guess it works.
It does. It absolutely does. I want to say maybe within 6 months, my hair grew from like here to probably here because I just left it alone and kept it wrapped.
So from like your collarbone to like closer to your
breast. Yeah.
So like about 4-5 inches basically.
Yeah.
Months.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And my sister was trimming my hair too, so that definitely helped. Only when needed.
Yes. Disclaimer. Don't be scissors happy. My God.
Don't be scissors happy like me.
Who scissors happy hip? No, you don't do that. So I also wanted to ask you, what's been your most frustrating moment in an industry that still often centers Eurocentric beauty standards?
Oof. Oh gosh. Respectfully, seeing, so before it was refreshing to see people like me, but now it's like, y'all have all these light-skinned girls on my television. I need some brown skin in my life. That is the most frustrating thing. I feel like when people think of beautiful, not people, but when the industry thinks of beautiful curly hair, they think of fair-skinned people. And I can't stand it because I know a plethora of gorgeous chocolate, brown skin, caramel, an array of girls who are not just light skin, who have gorgeous hair and take care of it.
Yes.
Like, we need representation, not just for Black people, but for the variety of Black people that exist in the world.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And it's funny because I think that's what I keep seeing with beauty brands. There's this sense of, oh yeah, like we just need somebody who has like curly hair, but I'm like, we are more than just light skin when it comes to Black people. We are an array. We're like the shades. I have to. I don't know if I want to say I have to give it up, but I'm still like in between because I feel like when I see, for example, darker skinned women, they seem more like, okay, this is what, like, it comes across as this sense of let's fulfill this check mark to say we just have somebody. And then she's like basically put to the side again, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I can stand it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. No, but I mean, I hope it keeps getting better. I hope there is more opportunity or more expectation from brands to actually do better when it comes to representation. I think the problem for me is when I hear brands say, but we featured somebody who's Black. Black is a range. It's a range. Think about it that way, right?
It's a rainbow.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I feel you. I also wanted to ask you, and I think this question might not be relevant, but I'll still ask. Have there been moments you thought about changing your hair to fit in more? And what helped you stay true to yourself?
Absolutely. So I wanted to dye my hair a lighter brown color because I saw, a lot of the Black girls that were on commercials and doing all the things, they had lighter brown hair that was curly. So I went from blonde to light brown, but it just didn't look good on me. It was cute, but for a season, not for forever, and not for defining my portfolio and my personality to these brands and things. So the color of my hair, what else did I want to adjust? I wanted to cut it all off. I did. I still do. I absolutely do. Yeah, I want to shave my head. I do.
Why?
Because why not? Life is short. It's hair. What does it do? It grows back.
Well, for some of us, to accumulate length, it takes a minute. So the idea of shaving head is not our cup of tea, aka me. So yeah, But wow, you want to shave your head. But why? Like, is it something you want to experiment with, or is there something that you're looking to fulfill by shaving your head?
So it's both of the things. I want to experiment and experience waking up and just running my hair underneath the shower and just being free and being able to wear like all the jewelry, just not having my hair as an accessory for once.
Hmm.
Because my hair helps me feel beautiful, but I know it's not the only reason that I'm beautiful. So that is one of the reasons why I want to shave it off to really test the theory because I know it, but it's different between knowing and experiencing something. It's like, I know that roller coaster ride is really, really fast and it goes really, really high. And then you're on the roller coaster and it's like, oh my gosh, crazy. So it's definitely the experience and the experiment. But I think the other part was, oh yeah, no, I think I answered that. The other part was proving to myself that I actually am, beautiful, just being me, bald headed and free.
Okay. When you are ready to take that journey, let me know. It's be beautiful, but I still want to see evidence. And I also wanted to ask you this question. Is there something about your modeling experience you wish more people knew? Especially for other ladies coming in who look like you.
Oh, yes. Just be you. That is it. That is all. So my name is just Alaina on Instagram. That's the name that I go by because yeah, I'm a model. Yeah, I'm an actress. Yeah, I do all these things. But at the end of the day, I am just Alaina. I'm just a normal human being trying to find joy and happiness in this world. And the best tip I can give to other models is to just be you because when you go to a casting, no one knows exactly who you are. No one can be you like you can be you. So why pretend to be anyone else when you know exactly who you are confident in exactly who you are? Why pretend to be someone else when it's so easy to be you? That's how I pretty much book all of my gigs now. I am literally just responding how Alaina would respond. And that's, oh my gosh, that has made such a big difference as far as auditions and fashion shows because people can smell, they can feel the authenticity.
Yeah.
And I would rather be remembered for being entirely me than trying to be someone else and not really finding who I am at the end of the day.
That was powerful advice. Very powerful. It touched me, I have to say. Lastly, for anyone who sees you and thinks, oh, she's perfect, her hair is perfect, what's something you'd want them to really know?
I am not perfect. I am just a human being, really. What is something I would want them to know? That things don't have to be perfect to be worthwhile.
Mm.
Things can be normal, things can be simple and still deserve love, rest, joy, peace. Things can be simple. They don't always have to be beautiful. You don't always have to be on your phone and you don't have to have a big wedding. You can have a small, quaint wedding and enjoy life and do small things. And there's still small nuggets of beautiful things that you can find in them. So, yeah, things don't have to be perfect to be worthwhile.
I guess even thinking about that from the perspective of modeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still the expectation. Things don't have to be perfect, especially thinking about modeling, whereby, for example, the pictures have to be like perfect and photoshopped and whatnot. So you're still saying that things don't have to be perfect. People should be comfortable with just being real and accepting the imperfections of life.
Absolutely, because it makes life more beautiful. Because have you seen the beauty standards these days? Everyone looks perfect. And it takes the beauty out of it because everyone looks the same. Everyone has high cheekbones and everyone's getting lighter eyes and getting long lashes and all these things. Like, I enjoy seeing not strange faces, but faces that aren't perfect, like wider noses, maybe wider chins, like maybe two different eye colors, just things that are so normal or very unique, because normal is the new unique now. I appreciate.
You said that again. Say that again.
I said normal is the new unique.
Yes, unfortunately. And I agree with you. I really hope people learn to embrace their normal selves, because it takes a lot to try to be somebody else. It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of resources, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot from a person aspiring to who they are not, or who they were not created to be, unfortunately. Yeah. Wow.
I agree.
Man. Wonderful discussion, Alaina. And I just have to say thank you so much for sharing so honestly. And before we wrap up, how can people listening find and connect more with you?
All right, guys, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the things, even YouTube and Pinterest under just Alaina _ or it's just Alaina _ for Pinterest. So that's JUSTALAINA _
Awesome. Thank you once again, Alaina, for taking time out to share all you have with us. If you're listening and found this episode insightful, as usual, send it to your friends, sisters, or anyone who needs to hear it. You can always reach out to us on our socials, on Instagram at UTK Podcast. We so love hearing from you. Remember, your hair is yours to love, to care for, and to celebrate. Until next time, stay rooted in confidence and care.